All right, we are in the building. In the building. All right, so today is going to be all signs in the sign of Leo. Shout out to all the Leos. Big cat. Um, I'm going to be doing all signs, meaning reading for all of the zodiac, the 12 signs of the zodiac. But you want to look specifically where Leo sits in your chart. How do you find out about what your natal chart is? Where Leo sits in your chart? You can go to such places as astrologycafe.com and other free tools on the internet. I'm not affiliated with any of these particular companies, so don't say Foxy sent you. But these places, these particular sites have where you can find out where your chart, what your chart is. You want to know the time that you were born, and you want to know the city that you were born in, not just the day, because you have many levels to you. All right, so you want to know, more importantly, where your moon is, where your rising is, where your Venus is, and obviously where your sun sign is. So being that it's Leo sun right now, that is the all-encompassing, if you will, of who you are. Your moon sign is your secret side, or your intimate side, your emotions, where not the everyday person gets to see who you are and knows who you are, right? That's pretty much a private sector of you. Your rising is something similar to what your sun sign is. It's pretty much kind of the mask that you wear on the outside as well, where people will see that you may gravitate towards that particular sign specifically than your sun sign. Now, if you're kind of a cusp birthday, where you are, let's say July 20, I think July 22nd is or the 21st. July 20th and 21st would be considered like a cusp sign of Cancer and Leo. It could sway either way. So, but you're more closer to that second sign. So if you're July 20th, you're pretty much the end of the Cancer season. You may gravitate towards Leo. You may have more Leo traits, more Leo energy. And Venus is where your love of others or love for self is. So you want to know what your Venus is. The other ones, where your Mercury, that's good to know. But when people read your chart, they're looking for those 4 main planets, if you will, or stars, because the sun is not a planet. But they're going to look for your sun sign, they're going to look for your moon, they're going to look for your rising, and for your Venus. They could look for your Mercury if you're in business, and depending on if you are like a politician of the sorts, or you're a speaker. Mercury rules the planet of communication. So you want to look into, some people may want to look at what their Mercury is. So for a snapshot of what my chart is, and I'll give you an example, my sun sign is Cancer, but I'm closer towards the end of Cancer, July 19th. So I just had a birthday. But I'm closer to that Leo energy, right? Now, my rising is, or ascendant is another word for it, is in Aquarius. So that's air energy. And I kind of resonate a little bit more with that energy specifically in what I'm doing right now as being a channeler, a reader, clairvoyant, etc. My Venus is also in Leo. My Mercury is in Leo. So the way I communicate could be a little more boisterous, could be endearing, right? Because Leos have this big heart. They have this endurance with them, right? So that's just an example of what I mean. East is in the building, my brother. Salute, salute. to the God body. All right, so I'm not gonna take too much more of explaining because there's some things that I do want to go over before I get into reading everybody's sign. Again, these are general readings, so it may not resonate, but that's why it's good to know what your moon sign is, good to know what your rising, your Venus, and especially you should know what your sun sign is so that you can incorporate all these nuggets into one pile, which makes you. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go shift into now some planetary celestial alignments that are happening. And guess what? We're hitting Mercury retrograde. We're in the season of it, or the shadow side of retrograde, Mercury retrograde, which happens quite frequently, more often than the other retrogrades do. And again, as I mentioned, Mercury has to do with communication. Gemini is its sign that it's ruled in. And so right now, Mercury is going into, I believe, Aries. Hold on a second. Virgo. So earth sign. And that's a good place for it, in my humble opinion. Disclaimer, I'm not an astrologer, astronomist, nuclear physicist, scientist. I just know a little something about everything. So Virgo, being that it's an earth sign, it's grounded. Mercury is that air essence. Gemini is air. So sometimes with communication, right, because it deals with communication, things can get a little up in the air, if you will. So being that it's in the sign of Virgo, it's good and it's grounded, but it's a retrograde. So that means anytime you have a retrograde, it's just the energy standing still. It's said too that the planets appear to be moving backwards. That's not such a thing. I don't think so. But again, I'm not an astrologer, astronomist, scientist, etc. But what it is the energy is standstill while we're moving forward. So things like telecommunications, technology, signing documents, traveling, there can be a delay, anything that has to do with movement, right? So if you're trying to send a text message and someone says, oh, I've been waiting for your message, I haven't heard from you. And then you look at your phone and it's still sitting in send. That's just a form of what Mercury retrograde is about. Sometimes, like yesterday, I had to, just in my room, my TV, everything else was working. My laptop, my phones, the television out in the living room, etc. So I had to like reboot my TV like twice. So that's a Mercury retrograde, where it just wasn't connecting to the internet, but all the other devices were working except one in my room. And I'm like, don't tell me I need to get a new TV. But then I remember Mercury is happening, right? We're in the shadow side. My Lotus is here. Yay! Thank you for the birthday wishes. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to Miss Sharon specifically, she sent me a nice birthday love via virtual currency. And I appreciate that so much. I was able to go get a couple of cocktails with my mom because I went to Florida to go see her for my birthday. I surprised my mom for my birthday, the woman who gave birth to me. So why not go, if you could, right? And we're in good terms. Some people are not. Some people don't have their mom here, but we want to take these moments to not be selfish sometimes and not be about us, right? Again, with the Mercury, we want to communicate because we just never know when's the last, right? You want to treat every day like it is, at least in my opinion, in my book. That's how I work out my days, as if it's going to be my last. If I didn't get to do it, then oh well. I'm not going to stress myself to get to doing it. If I don't have the means or the money, I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Anyway, so Virgo again is it's kind of like the Pisces, that airy, artsy kind of vibe. they're mutable. The sign Virgo is mutable. So again, the energy in regards to retrograde, it could be hit or miss. Now, if you're really paying attention to these retrogrades, then you'll understand about why certain things happen the way that it's moving. But if you don't pay attention to this, like honestly, if I didn't hear people talking about Mercury retrograde right now, I wouldn't have put two and two together that why my TV is acting up and I had to reboot it. I just don't really pay, because I feel if you give too much energy to that type of stuff, it puts you in this fear campaign. And then you're always like wondering and you're always worrying. And like I said, I live moment to moment, day to day. So if I don't really put too much stress on it or put too much credence into it, I don't give it life. So I don't give Mercury retrograde life. I mean, it just, if it happens, it happens. Usually I notice with me, it's the shadow side that gets me most than when I'm actually in the moment. So when the actual Mercury retrograde happens, will be on or in between August 4th and 13th. So technically we're in the shadow side, but it's not happening right now. But little things, little glitches may come up. Things with traveling may, happen where you are due to, leave out of an airport and all of a sudden the time gets pushed back and you get canceled, or you're on a road trip on the car and something starts to malfunction. So those are signs of what retrograde is. That's it. I don't want to harp too much on it. This energy will last up until the 13th, but the weird thing is that it's going also, so while Mercury retrograde is going to be in the sign Virgo, we're also in the sign of Leo. So it's like this energy is going to be canceling itself out. So just be very mindful. Yellow. That's all I got to do. I got to pause for you for a second. Good to see you. Thank you. FL's in the building. Salute, salute, salute. All right. So, so being that Virgo and Leo are kind of like the opposites, and then Leo is a fire sign, this energy is going to cancel itself out. So be mindful about how you talk to each other at this time. If you don't have to say anything, don't. My phone is off. So like off, only through internet. So I'm happy for like the next 2 days. I don't get like bombed calls and texts. It's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes Mercury retrograde. That's how you got to look at it. You got to look at the silver lining of things. Let's move on. The next thing that you may be hearing about is Lionsgate. Another one that honestly, in the beginning of this journey of what I'm doing, it was a hype for me. Like I was in the bandwagon with everybody, right? But once you, I don't know, it's like once you got it, you got it, and you don't need other things to help. But let me just put it frankly: once you got God on your side, Yellow Jesus knows what I'm talking about. All this other stuff that's going, all this other fluff. So Lionsgate is something that the ancestors, in Egypt and in Mexico, thousands and thousands of years ago did. Why? Because they used astrology heavy as a tool, not to play hocus pocus with, but to guide them through navigations of the seas and of their land and cultivating. And they understood that if they saw that the sun was at peak at this certain time and it hit a horizon and it hit the mountain just ever so, right, all things will be in place. And they believed in that. That was their belief system. Lionsgate apparently lines up with the star Sirius and the pyramids of Giza and all this. And like when I start to really, like, no disrespect to anybody that still follows along with this, and they're out there doing their manifestations and they're sitting out and doing all. I mean, no disrespect. I just see it for what it like. When you got sight beyond sight and you can see shit differently, you don't fall into it. And when you know that you are walking with Source, Most High, and you're doing all this other stuff, and then you're like, oh well, that didn't work out, that manifestation didn't work out, but I was putting my intention to it. Did you pray about it? Did you ask for help? And then did you let it sit there and just let God do its thing? So Lionsgate starts July 26th. So there's a season right before they hit the pinnacle, which is 8-8. So you'll hear an 8-8 portal, right? Working with numbers again, and then it pretty much dies down by August 12th. So if you're into doing your manifestations and setting your intentions to whatever it is that you want to do, these are the times to do it, the 26th up until the 12th, but the peak is on August 8th. All right. Lionsgate is a portal, right? So when we hear portals, that means that something's opening. Your ancestors, you can be more in tune spiritually around this time. You can be getting a lot of more psychic downloads, or having a lot of aha moments, a lot of synchronicities, meaning you were just thinking about something and boom, it comes on TV, or you're thinking about somebody and boom, the person calls or they text you, or just those are a few examples, right? So your psychic connections are a little more in tune, or a little more enhanced or heightened during this time, right? Again, if you subscribe to all this stuff, I ain't gonna twist your arm if they believe in it. All right. So it's when the sun in Leo is in alignment with the star Ceres, Orion's belt, and the Earth. Again, not an astrologer, not a scientist, not a geophysicist, none of that stuff. So I honestly don't know. I'm not a mathematician either, so I don't know where these alignments, who actually is plotting this? Who plotted it? Now I know about the ancestors that they did that, but how do you know? How do you know that's Orion's belt, right? Like, I'm just questioning everything now. Now I'm not believing a lot of what I've learned. Now I have discernment in my third eye that gives me a different spin on what they're spinning. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. So it is an extremely important body in the ancient Egyptians, referred to as the goddess Sophodel or Sophodel. I may be saying it wrong. Okay. They use the annual rising of the star to note when the Nile will begin its annual flood. Hold on a second, guys. My beautiful sister Danielle's in the building. Salute, my love. Okay, I'm not leaving until you finish. I need to know what's going on. I feel so weird. Yeah, because the energy is very weird. Yeah, sis, because I don't know. We get into these and now that like this astrology thing is really taken off into mainstream, you have to use discernment of what's really real, because everything now is just so propagandized. It's like, anyway. Okay, so in astrology, the Sirius star brings wealth, abundance, fortune, and fame. The number 8 has to do with abundance, manifestation, and karma. We're also in the year 8, which has to do with karma, has to do with manifestation, has to do with abundance. Again, if you put your intention into all of this, then hey, you're gonna get what you reap what you sow, whether negative or positive. But if you don't put too much attention to it and you just carrying on as day by day and having faith, in the Most High and things of that nature, you don't got to worry about why this isn't coming, why this isn't happening, why the love of my life is not here, etc. I have my fans on low because if I put them on, it sounds like I'm on Amtrak train, 42nd Street somewhere. It's very loud, so I gotta use my little fan right now. It is hot, summertime. All right, so peak energy falls on August 8th, as is considered extremely powerful. All right, next thing, we're moving right along. I'm not spending too much time on these things because this is not my intention. My intention today is to do the readings for all signs, but I want us to know that there are a lot of other things that are happening that are playing big. Like FL said, there's a lot of weird energy he's feeling. I'm feeling it too. I went, like I said, I went down to see my mom, surprised her birthday. My solar return 2 weeks ago on the 19th of July. And that's exactly on that day. All the technology, all banks was corrupted. Airlines were corrupted. Basically, there was a so-called Microsoft update. And I said, why on my day? Why did it have to happen to me? I was able to go down there, but coming back, they canceled our flight that Monday, and we didn't fly back out to New York till Wednesday. It was at night. I couldn't get my family to come back to the airport because they had work the next day and etc. And life was continuing. So Delta was had to put us up. They gave us vouchers for food, for shelter, and for car fare. A lot of weird stuff, man. I was just praying all on the plane, like, please get us there safely. Please don't let nobody wig out, because I don't want nobody. We need to get. And then they stop us from getting on the plane. No, just smooth sailing. All right. So next thing is Chiron. Chiron is not a planet. It's asteroids, if you will. But for some astronomers, some go into Chiron. And Chiron is what they call the wounded, or the wounded healer. All right, look, so it's already acting up. It's already glitching. Cut it out. Got my tourmaline here. Cut it out. So anyway, Chiron is going to be going retrograde in Aries from July 26th through December 29th. Why did I put this here? Is because it has to do with a lot of spiritual healing, a lot of inner childhood wounds that some of us still are suffering from. Some of us still, a lot of things. And again, disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist either, but I do study people. A lot of the issues that we have as adults is because we have unresolved healing from when we were children. Some of us had to grow up before our time, right? Meaning you had to grow up fast for whatever the circumstances were, right? And so now you're an adult and you may crack and you reverse back to being this childlike person. So some people may be like, oh, you're so immature, or you may be immature in relationships because you didn't have that experience of a relationship when you were younger. I mean, you shouldn't, but it happens, right? Or, in regards to communicating with people, you may not know how to talk to people correctly because as a child, maybe you were always talking incorrectly to people. So now, and you got away with it. So now as an adult, you think you could talk to anybody any old way and not be put in your place. Or you were always put in your place if you spoke out of line. So now when you want to speak, you're always like, I don't know if I should say that because I might hurt somebody's feelings. So that's what Chiron is looking like. It's looking like that. It's considered an asteroid or comet breaking cycles and patterns of self-sabotage, healing past, and generational wounds. It's in Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. So there's going to be like this burning desire to want to like really take care of yourself during this time, like really heal or cry and let out some things, or maybe go to therapy or talk to somebody else that you feel is safe enough where you can, leave your cares behind with them. It's going to feel like that, and there's going to be this passion in you that you're going to want to speak up and talk about these things. You may want to speak to your parents if they're here, and if they're not here in the physical, just let them know how you feel, how you felt as a child. Maybe there was some wrongs that happened and you couldn't get to talk about it because you were a child and they told you stay in a child's place. But now you're an adult and you can let them know, this is how I feel. Okay. Chiron is the biggest spiritual teacher in astrology. It illuminates your deepest spiritual wounds. The potential karmic cycle is guiding you towards release and healing. Time for learning and free yourself. Resolve issues from the past that have been holding you back and are needing your attention to work through things. Address the roots of the wounds. So some of us are out here self-medicating ourselves. We're doing a lot of self-indulgence, whether it's shopping, right? Spending money you don't have just to feel good, this instant gratification, or doing drugs, or moving on to multiple people and having casual sex here and there just to have this gratification, or whatever it is, right? Or spending so much time on Instagram, internet, that you are letting, you're doing the escapism, when now is the time to really start focusing on what is the root of the problem, because the symptoms are the self-gratifications. But in order to heal that and to take care of that, you have to start within, right? All right, so ultimately note that whatever comes up during this retrograde cycle is guiding you towards self-love and self-compassion. Self-compassion is key. Self-love is very key, but self-compassion, meaning have a little heart for yourself. Have an understanding for yourself. You can understand why somebody does what they do. Why can't you understand that for yourself? All right. Next, we're moving on to Saturn retrograde. So there's about 4 planets that are in retrograde right now. Sometimes we have been in 6 or 7 retrogrades at one time. I remember a couple of years ago, we've had those issues. It's like the energy is very heavy. All right. So Saturn, which is an earth element, it's going retrograde in Pisces, my yellow Jesus, which is a water sign. And that can kind of go well together because earth and water do go very well together. If in fact, they're about the best 2 elements that go together than the air and earth and fire, right? So think of this energy as simpatico or yin and yang, where it will kind of work well together as long as you allow it. But remember, retrogrades mean the energy is standing still. So there's this push and pull kind of thing going on here. So you're going to have to find ways of going around it, but not escape from it. Okay. So Saturn is, think of Saturn, Capricorn is let me say this again. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. So these are going to be tough lessons, but not corporal punishment, if you understand what I mean. Tough lessons, but not corporal punishment. So you'll be able to figure, it kind of goes hand in hand with the Chiron. You'll be able to figure out some things about yourself and get yourself on track, get yourself aligned, but it's not going to be as hard as you think it is. I think some of us are really under pressure. We're dealing with a lot right now. You may be the provider in the family with everything, emotion, physical, financial, right? So there could be this the world on my shoulders right now, and I don't think I can take just one more thing. But you can, and you will. And you will come out like Rocky Balboa once these cycles end, which is closer towards the end of the year. All right, we only got a couple more months to go. So Pisces, being intuitive and compassionate, and Saturn connects with our ancestors and ancestry. Lean into that energy, right? Again, as I said just a little while ago, I'm not going to do all these manifestations, all these intentions, stuff like that. If I walk with God, that's my direct line. There is no Mercury retrograde when it comes to me talking to God, Allah, Jah, Source, Most High. There's none of that. It's my direct line, period. All right. Saturn also rules time. And I'm not saying just take your time. Also has to do with karmic rewards and repercussions. You reap what you sow, whatever it is that you did. It's coming back to you, maybe because you got away with being slick when you were younger and fast talking and being a fast ass and all this other stuff. Now it's coming back to bite you in the butt, and you don't understand it because you're like, well, what? It's because you got away with a lot of stuff. Well, now you're going to get sat down and you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with your stink and sit there with yourself. All right. In Pisces, the earth and water element merge and create an intuitive grounding and healing across time and space. You can heal these what they call generational curses. You could be the one. That's what I said. If you're the one that has to do everything and you are the one for everyone in your family, you are the chosen one. You've been picked. Ta-da! It's you, Neo. It's you. All right, so healing across time and space be felt on an internal and collective level. So the world is going to feel this. You're going to feel it. This is why FL says the energy's feeling a little weird right now. It's not just you. The world is going through stuff. Do you not see what's going on right now? I don't even really like to go on social media because it's stupid right now. Stupid. All right, transformation of old dogmas, traditions, and patriarchal spirituality will be dissolved. We've been talking about this for a couple of years now. There is a spiritual warfare out here, mind, body, and soul. Why do you think stuff is going on over there in the Middle East? It's not just finances. That's a spiritual, that is brother and brother fighting one another right now. Or brother and cousin, sister and brother, sister and sister, however you want to spin it. It's family going against each other. That's what that is over there. If you subscribe to the 12 tribes of Judah or Israel, if you are part of those tribes or that tribe, there is eternal internal beef going on. If you subscribe, my mother's tribe, my mother's tribe is the tribe of Benjamin. That's how Jamaica. I just saw that the Maroon County, the government of Jamaica is trying to supersede and usurp the Maroons that have been there for hundreds of years, right? That fought their way to be there. Jamaica's government, who sometimes is in bed with China, is the sneaky link with China, trying to usurp the Maroons. All right. So again, this is warfare, but in a spiritual way. So the ancestors, all the Saturn energy that's revving up the ancestors, all the storms that have been happening, these phenoms that have been going on where you're like, yo, I've never seen that. This is why. Okay. So, the old way of religion, right, the old way of things being is starting to dissipate. It's starting to fall apart. It's starting to break. So people who have been Christians for the longest and seeing certain things that are happening in their church right now, they're getting rocked. All these old world religions that we've been cleaving to for the longest is getting rocked. The patriarch is, I'm telling you, it's a spirit. Mother and father are going to go against each other. Mother is coming up right now. It's matriarch right now. Don't you see in America who they trying to pump up to put up as the president? They trying to get rid of that whole male patriarch, male dominant society, and they throwing old chickadee up in there. I ain't gonna express my political views too much at this particular time, but she's not it. And I don't do the voting thing. If people know, they know. That's a selection, not election. This chick didn't do nothing. Well, she did some things. She did sneaky links to sneak her way up in there. But she's not grassroots. And don't get hoodwinked by the color of the skin. We've talked about this on Inside Foxy's Mind, and we also talked about this on Mindful Mondays. We've had these discussions before, and you know how I am about the labels. She's talking about, oh, they not like us. No, chick, you're not like us. I digress. We'll have a Mindful Monday. It's been a while, but I've had to have my mental breaks and just chill from that, because YouTube and them, they try to censor your speech and what you say because you're hurting feelings out here. Whatever. So, so that we can move forward. Right, breaking these old traditions so that we can move towards oneness with God through an intimate and personal relationship. My God, today. And I just not say I don't need to do anything to summon or bring forth. I have a direct line to God. I don't have to do. I mean, yeah, it's great to appease your ancestors because they're there first before you. But I've always said I have a direct line with communication with God. I don't need to go to church. My grandma be like, "Why you don't come to church no more? Why you don't want to go to church, Grandma? First of all, I don't need to sit in church for 3 hours. Okay." I don't need to sit there for 3 hours, and I'm only hearing the sermon for like half an hour to an hour. All the rest is no disrespect. But I talk to God my way. Okay? Our God, my way. So, Saturn retrograde will help us to slow down and connect us with divine feminine energy and intuition, because that's what Pisces is. Pisces is feminine energy. I don't care if you're a man, you have this in you. Doesn't mean you're soft or anything like that. Whatever. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. Some may have a little more masculine, some may have a little more feminine. Depends on what elements you have more. That's why it's good to know what your chart is. All right, so this is going to help us. So if we're having mommy issues, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, if you have mommy issues, this energy is going to sit you down with it. And you're going to have to, go through some things. I told you, I surprised my mother. My mother did not know I was coming down to see her for my birthday. She calls me on my birthday, and I'm telling my kids to don't say nothing because we're getting dressed to go. And she says the most peculiar thing. Oh, I wish I had a jet to bring you down here for your birthday to come spend some time with me. I say, oh, wow. Yeah, me too, Ma. That sucks. A couple of hours later, I show up. She's like, what? That's healing that big mama energy. That's healing that divine feminine. That's sucking up whatever issues you got going on with mama and saying, you know what? I'll always love my mama. Because that's it. That's it. She gave birth to you. Now, I mean, if you've had some real war stories and stuff that's gone on with your mom and you really can't forgive her for the things that she did, let it go and let God happen and then move on. So this will connect us to the divine feminine and intuition that connects us back to our soul's journey and evolution. So if you're not fixing these mother issues or your divine feminine issues, you can't elevate, Mario. You can't get to the next level. You're going to keep bumping your head like, why is this happening to me? Because you're not honoring the divine feminine. It's not just masculine energy. How do you think you got here? It's not asexual. You got here by a man and a woman. You got here by the masculine and feminine energy. So give praise where praise is due. All right. This period offers an opportunity to rebalance our karmic accounts by acknowledging our past mistakes and taking responsibility. Don't always blame mama for your issues either. Oh, but my mama, you're an adult now. Suck it up, buttercup. You fix it. All right. What do we have here? Two more planets, Neptune and Pluto, that are both going to be retrograde. All these planets kind of retrograded simultaneously. So maybe this is that energy that's just like happening. It's like a train wreck. All right, that just happened. So Neptune is going to be in Pisces. All right, so Pisces and Saturn, a lot of healing, but a lot of karmic healing as well. A lot of taking responsibility for self, not so much for others. I feel like some of us have been doing that. And this is why we're like, now we have to take care of ourselves. Now we have to be accountable for ourselves. And we don't know how to do that. We don't know what it looks like because we've been doing it for others. All right. So time to face reality, reassess boundaries, right? Explore visions and fantasies. Don't go overboard though, because Pisces can get a little delusional. You can be in this la-la land. Neptune, this retrograde is going to sit you down. All right, sit you down for a spell. So you have to face reality here with Neptune. All right. And it can force people to confront illusions and delusions. All right. Which can lead to a wake-up call and a need to balance fantasy with real life. You could be thinking, this is the girl for me. Or you could be thinking, this is the guy for me. And you've been caught for a month. And now the next couple of months is going to have you like, you know what? You done wipe the crust from your eyes. Like, wait a minute now. This person is not what I saw. What the illusions and the fantasies you concocted in your head about. This person is not for you. Whether it be a lover or a friend. Apply it to wherever it needs to be. Okay. Hold on a second, because I went into a tangent and I didn't even put up the introduction to Leo season. So for those that are going to be looking in later on, they're like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about what's going on in Leo season. All right. We're caught up. Establish clearer boundaries. Hear me loudly. Establish clearer boundaries with and in relationships, work, or personal habits. So again, Pisces, no disrespect to my Pisces folk, but Pisces is known for addictions, right? That's one of their negative traits. So some of us, because we're going through so much, might want to indulge in a little something more than usual because you're dulling your pain. You're easing your pain by whether internet, excessive internet, excessive socialization, hanging out, being with the friends, excessive smoking and drinking, excessive sex. Yes, that's a thing. Going with various men and women to just get your stuff off. Going on porn sites just to get, whatever it is to release out this energy. But it's calling for you to sit with that. Yeah, it's easier than done. And that it may seem hard to some people. But this energy between Saturn and Neptune, which are the heavy hitters, which are the fathers, that father energy, you're going to have to really learn some discipline. You're going to have to put boundaries up and borders up, right? For yourself as well. So that okay, you know what? Not today. I won't do that today. Now let me figure out what else I could do I could think of something else to do, right? People. Putting up the boundaries with people. If you just don't feel like being bothered with these people, or you feel like these people are being toxic, or they're pulling pulling you to do this, or they keep pulling your energy, this is when you put up the boundaries even more during this time. You're self-preserving. Why? Because you're going through your spiritual cleansing, if you will. This is your time. So you have the next couple of months to go through some metamorphoses, some cleansing, if you will. And other people around you is not going to help, especially if they're not for your betterment. You don't want that around. Okay. Be pragmatic about your goals and how long it'll take to achieve them. Again, everything is timing. So yeah, while you're like, why isn't this working? Well, why I've been doing this for so long, and why isn't this outcome? Well, if you keep doing the same thing and you get no results, what do they call that? Failure, insanity. So you're gonna have to go about another way of doing it, or change it altogether. Maybe that job that you felt like you've been here and they haven't recognized you, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's time to start looking for something else, and it may be something completely out of your field. But that might be the thing that will help you get out of this rut that you're in. All right. Relationships are a little harder because if you've had some time invested in it, some people may not want to just give up altogether like that. Oh my God, it's so sticky. Anyway. All right. Masks are being removed and people's true colors come to light. Ooh-wee. During this Neptune retrograde. So look out for the sheep in wolf's clothing, or the wolf in sheep's clothing. You'll see. And that will be your ticket, because that will be your ticket to set boundaries, because now you're seeing them for who they are, what they're about. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to protect myself. These boundaries, these borders are going up, because these people are really showing me their thing. They're showing me who they really are. Okay. Which will prompt us to establish healthy boundaries and prioritize our connections accordingly. Okay. Anxiety, fears, past pain, or old betrayals may emerge during this insight and understanding. So again, we may want to go ahead and start self-indulging in things because of this anxiety that's coming up, or this fear, right? But if you do it, it's only going to set you, because you're working on moving ahead. Your work, it's like kryptonite. Something that's going on in your life, there's a kryptonite there that's holding you back, and it's hard. You can't take it off. But here's where you're going to have to. I think Superman was able to take the kryptonite off of him one time. Anyway, I like to associate superhero, but you're going to have to do it yourself. You may not have somebody to help take that kryptonite off of you. You're going to do it this time. This is the time for you. All right. Anyway, your dreams may heighten, which means that you're more likely to have very colorful and vivid dreams. And in these dreams, you'll probably get some answers or solutions on how to say, okay, you know what, enough is enough. Let me go about it this way, right? Or your ancestors could be coming through, your grandmother, your mother, father, cousin, whoever you were close to, or maybe an ancestor you never met before, speaking to you in these dreams, or giving you signs. They don't really speak, at least not in my dreams. They don't really talk to me too much. They just smile. They just look at me, and I gotta figure it out. Sometimes they'll say one or two things, but for the most part, the eyes are the windows to the soul. So they talk through that. But anyway, figure it out. Get a dream journal. Write down what you've seen. Write down what you've dreamt of. Like I said, it says vivid dreams and very colorful dreams. So there could be colors in those dreams specifically that mean something. Go look it up when you wake up. Write it down. That's for you. Those are your messages. You may not be getting it from somebody outside. You could be actually getting these downloads from in the spiritual world. All right. Lastly is the Pluto retrograde. How many? Almost an hour. Sorry, guys. It was a lot, and I wanted to just talk about what's happening in Leo season and what these retrogrades are doing and about. So I needed to get that out. So lastly is Pluto retrograde, and it's going to be in Aquarius. It kind of flops back and forth. So it was like in Aquarius energy, and then it's going to be going into Capricorn energy. So again, Capricorn is that discipline, that, tough love, that hard as nails type energy. So, it's an earth energy. So it's about getting grounded. So, a lot of us have been up here in the heavens, if you will, or in la la land, and all this energy is just going to bring you back down. You might have been feeling euphoric being up on top, taking drugs to get you higher than a kite. But now what happens? That's not doing it for you anymore. So now you got to sit with yourself, because the reality is it's just your energy that's off. So you need something to help dull it down. You're going to have to find a healthier way. Okay. So Pluto retrograde is from May 2nd through October 11th. All right. It's time for introspection and healing, as it can force people to confront aspects of themselves that they might normally keep hidden. I mean, this is just these retrogrades going to be kicking some of us in the behind. Like, really. Me included. I sometimes don't like looking at the man in the mirror. So also an opportunity to reassess past moments and make needed changes to ensure one's right path. All right. Pluto is associated with endings, downfall, power struggles, and it can symbolize how people experience power, sex, death, and rebirth. Okay. Because Pluto is about that death and rebirth cycle. So relationships ending. You could be ending your toxic relationship with yourself. This is that time, right? And then what we're seeing more on a grander scale of things with this political theater. All right, these politics. You've seen it play out, right? They really trying to now put this woman up here to be the leader of the free world, so-called free world. That is it. Give me a second. I have to put my fan on, y'all, because turn it up, because all right. So first we're gonna start off with Leo. Again, Leo is a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. This is their birthday season. We're just gonna get the energy of what's going on. I'm also gonna do a romance, and then we're gonna get the oracle here. Wally's in the building. What's up? What's up? Salute. JBJ's in the building. Salute. I know I've been MIA. I can't take it no more now. I'm gonna have to close. It's like muggy today. It's like Florida water. Florida weather today in New York City. It's disgusting. I don't know. What else do you people that live in Florida, man? Like, you really got to be indoors or, under AC. Okay, so let's go ahead on to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, you can look up what your what your rising is, what your Venus is, through either through astrologycafe.com, or there's a whole bunch of other things there. All you got to do is just type in chart on the internet, and it'll pop up for you. All right, so Leo, let's go ahead and kick it off. Let me just grab a little sippy of some tea. All righty, I got some new decks as well, so I'm going to be using the Lemonard deck, and the Old Faithful Romance deck as well. Okay, so Leo, here you go. Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, wherever Leo sits in your chart, take that as it resonates with you. Also, guys, with these retrogrades, they're in specific signs, right? So you also want to look to see where these signs sit in your chart. So we have Pisces, we have Capricorn. What else? We have Aries, and Virgo. So you want to definitely look to see where these placements are in your chart. All right. So you can kind of, work on that particular sign if you will. All right. Okay. So Leo, let's see what's going on here. Leo's the fire energy. Also, Leos are, they're very lovable people. They do wear their heart on the sleeve, but they give you that Capricorn love too, that tough love. They really don't play around. Hard workers. What else? I mean, that's the aesthetic of them. Okay. So let's go. What's going on with Leo? What do you need to know for this season, for your birthday season? And Leo is the cardinal. So there's cardinal, mutable, and what's the other one? Fixed. Sorry, Leo's a fixed sign. So what that means, these are aspects of the signs here. And what it means is that fixed is this energy that's kind of like stubborn. That's why I said like a Capricorn, because Capricorns can be stubborn. Leos can be stubborn. If it's not their way, they're kind of like, they really want it to be their way. Mutable aspect is like a Pisces or Virgo, where it kind of just goes with the flow of things. They can go either way, and maybe even sexually. And cardinals are the leader. So Cancer would be a cardinal sign, and that's the leader. They spearhead a lot of everything first and foremost. They don't follow so much behind. They can also be a little stubborn because they are in the leader position. So it is like, my way, you listen to me, right? So Leo, you got Banquet here, number 9, Queen of Air. So Spades, Queen of Spades here. 9 has to do with endings as well. So there's that Pluto energy that's showing up for you, but showing more love and showing up for yourself at this time, Leo. Showing up for yourself. Showing up for others. This could have to do with a maternal figure, right? So that's divine feminine, mother or wife, sister, aunt, someone that you regard as in this mother figure type energy. Just giving them their flowers, whether figuratively or literally, and just showing up. Now, if this is a female Leo, you're doing the same. You're showing up for yourself. Doesn't hurt to go buy yourself a bouquet of flowers. Why do you need to wait for somebody else to get it for you? Go buy that. but be mindful about spending, Leo, because you know you get a little happy. You see some things and you're like, ooh, ooh. So be mindful, but this is the time to show up for yourself. Give yourself flowers, and or vice versa. All right. So let's see what's going on in the love department, and we'll clarify a little bit because I'm nosy. And then again, I can't stand the romance. So it's this love-hate relationship I have going on for the longest. You guys know this. The romance is the bane of my existence, yet I love it. I just love the notion of it. I don't like to be caught up in the whirlwind though. All right, what's going on for Leo with love? All right, there could be a wedding coming up in September, Leo. All right, you got 2 cards. We'll take it because it's your birthday season. Middle of the deck is true love. Yeah, so you could be having a. Ooh, my brother Maybach's in the building. Salute, salute. Yeah, Maybach. We're gonna do a Mindful Monday one of these days. You know, summer, the kids, school, stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about all this nonsense that's happening right now because I know you got some stuff. But anyway, Leo, there could be a wedding coming up for you. Okay, we got true love, bottom of the deck. This could be the one in reverse. Yeah, because I feel like you are with somebody. We have heart-to-heart relationship is your card, and express your love. Yeah, Leo is. That's what I'm saying. You know, if this is a man, Leo, you may want to give your show some love to your woman, you know, the mother of your children. Validate her, make her feel special. You may be wanting to renew your vows at the time, or this is an engagement happening where it may not be getting married. You may be having an engagement party. But you're having these heart-to-heart conversations. You know, we're doing this healing now, right? We're doing this accountability. We're taking account for ourselves. So now is that time, Leo. All right. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other and go ahead and make romantic gestures. Remember, I had mentioned, I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes ago, that some people, especially like with our childhood issues, you don't know what it's like to be romantic. I mean, as a child, you shouldn't know what it's like to be romantic, but maybe in your teenage years and stuff like that, or you never saw your parents having this healthy dialogue or showing love with each other, right? So you don't know how that looks in your life. You're just going along with it. Well, this is the time now to do that exploration, and small gestures like a bouquet of flowers, or just taking them out for a little walk, or sitting in the car and having these heart-to-hearts. Maybe you can't talk because the kids are always around you, mom, dad, mom, right? So you're just like, let's go out to the park and let's just talk for a minute. All right, so what else? We have camera here. Yeah, reminiscing, learning from your past. Exactly. So whatever you've had going on, bottom of the deck, Leo, have these conversations with your loved ones. Again, now is not the time to take life lightly. All right. People are dropping, people are moving away, or whatever the case may be. And, the ones that you really, truly love, that matter so much to you, don't take them for granted. Take this opportunity now to show them, show them love, show yourself love, right? If you're reminiscing, if it's you, Leo, that, you don't have somebody, you reminiscing on your childhood, what made you happy? I love strawberry shortcake and all those, like, I grew up in the 80s. So, I went down to see my mom and I wore one of my strawberry shortcake t-shirts, because she would buy them for me. Like those, the nostalgia. So love yourself, show up for yourself during this time. All right, Leo. So that is your message. Okay, let's move on to Sagittarius, the next of the, where's my at? The next of the fire signs here. And that is a mutable sign. So when I talk about, the aspects, mutable, it can go either way, right? So Sagittarius, that's how they are. They're like I say, my little peculiar creatures. They hold in a lot, but they're good people. They love to have fun, explore, adventurers. What else? Yeah. So let's see what's going on for you guys. What's going on for Sag, Ian, Leo season, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, sorry. Let me move the banner to Sagittarius. Okay. I gotta remember what this doing the StreamYard. Okay. What's up for Sag? Okay, so we have here Crossroad, all right, and that's Q of Diamonds, so air energy, Aquarius, and bottom of the deck is Garden, number 20, all right. So Crossroads, I know Wally didn't want to hear that one, but we're at it, right? There's a lot of energy that is going on. I just gave you about an hour's worth of what the energy is looking like. We got a lot of retrogrades, big planet retrogrades as well, not just Mercury. So there's going to be some things that you're going to have to go through. And again, that's that queen energy. So that divine feminine energy, or just feminine energy within yourself, Sagittarius, you're going to have to tap into that. Maybe you lean more on the masculine energy. So that's like that doer. That's the, I don't really, take care of myself like that. That's female, but also could be feminine. Because when we think of feminine, we think like perfumes and hygiene and cleanliness and girly, right? So it can kind of be the same thing, but it's just honoring those emotions, because feminine energy is emotions as well. So you have to come to this reality, right? You're just human at the end of the day. You're only human, right? Encompassing a spirit being. However, it's okay to let out these emotions and cry and not be embarrassed because you're crying. At this point, damn. If you're feeling certain ways, then let it out. We're holding back. Again, as I said, one of these retrogrades, that patriarch system, that way of belief is coming to an end. So Sagittarius, it's okay to, for some, you may, again, matriarch, call your mother, talk to your mother. She may be one to reassure you and give you some words of wisdom, or some soothing, calming advice to help you while you're going through these crossroads. 22 is a master number, right? So that has to do with building. That's the master builder. So, there's some walls that are being broken down, figurative, metaphorically speaking, for you, Sagittarius, that new things have to be built up, and the only way is by shedding and letting go of the things of the past. All right. And getting out there. You've got tree right underneath that, so getting out into the elements as well, earth energy. All right. Where you can tap in and just kind of get this different sense. Maybe if you're in the city, you live in the city, go, if you can, travel to a place that like Utah, I don't know, something with woods. Or if you live in the city but you can get up to a place that has more of urban living, or trees or trails. I passed by yesterday. I was with my family and with my husband and my daughter, and we were driving and we were passing by this area in New York that we've never been around, and it was all these little trails, and I was like, oh, I would love that. And they were like, no, Mom, we don't need you lost in there. But I love to do a trail run. So, Sagittarius may be for you, or opposite, or the opposite. If you live in the suburbs, or in an urban, in the rural area, and you're like, damn, I would love to get to New York City. I would love to get to the part of the city where I can just kind of like hang out and be, however this is for you, Sagittarius, that's what you need to do. Come to that. crossroad, that realization. All right, let's see what's going on for you in the love department. All right, so we got calling in your soulmate. You deserve love. Bottom of the deck is new love. Ooh. Then we got honeymoon in reverse for you guys. Honeymoon in reverse. All right, so for some, you may not be in a relationship at the moment. All right. And my sneaky suspicion is wherever you go, whether it's you going into the city or you're going up into the country, you can meet this new love. Right. And for some that are in a relationship, you may be having that crossroads right now. There may be some, the honeymoon is over phase, right? But taking a trip and getting out with each other can put some spark back into this relationship, okay? Let's see what else. I feel like also for somebody, for a single Sagittarius, you could be, it's almost like, you know how Starbucks now has like the cafe, or there's like little pop-up cafes where you can like sit with your laptop and there's like meet and greets. And I feel like you will be meeting somebody through like that, in that way. Sagittarius, like meeting somebody in like this kind of like pop up. It's somewhere social. Okay, somewhere social. Sure. It's out of the norm for you, or this is not out of the norm. It may be out of the norm for some, but that could be a thing. All right, so we got clock here, needing time, cycles take place, time to heal with this honeymoon. Yeah, so for some that are in a relationship, the honeymoon phase, could be over now. So it's finding that silver lining, meeting them in the crossroad, meeting them halfway, Sagittarius. Then that bottom of the deck says teddy bear, interested in you, blooming, flirting, wanting to date. Yeah, so for the single ones, this is you meeting somebody in like one of those type of shops or something where I feel like you're not paying attention. You're kind of like in your zone. I feel like somebody's like, on the internet, on their computer. And it's like, it's a social place, but you're like antisocial in a sense, or you're secluded, but you're around a lot of people. And somebody could be taking interest, or you could be looking at them and wanting to take an interest. Okay. All right, Sag, that's what I got for you. That's what I got. All right. So a lot of healing we got going on here, guys. All right. So last of our signs is Aries. Aries, and that is the cardinal, as I said, the leader of the band. Okay. Aries. Okay. So what do we have here for Aries? And Aries is the baby of the zodiac, as they say. It's the first of the zodiac. Fire energy. They also have like that stubbornness about them as well, but they are hard workers, go-getters. I won't say do-gooders, but hard workers. I reread a couple of times about what their love life is, and they are beyond freaks. Like they're not even freaks. That stuff is just kinky. Like, what, Aries? We're not even going to get into that with them. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Aries in Leo season, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so you guys have here Tower 19, Tower moment. This could be Scorpio energy. We got bottom of the deck, Stork. A lot of Queen, a lot of feminine energy showing up right now. All right, so 19 breaks down to 1, so that's also kind of like with Sagittarius. This is that new beginning, the Tower moments, crossroads, if you will. Putting yourself first. Okay, so you also maybe may want to look into traveling. All right, we got with the stork here. It doesn't necessarily have to be about pregnancy, but we got the airplane in the background there. So you may want to look into travel, you know, go to different cities. I'm hearing Bangkok, which is in China. Is that somewhere in Asia? Or, you know, come to big cities like New York or Chicago or LA. But just travel is what I'm seeing for you. Also, we got the number 6 here with the space, so that's air. So what was 6? Yeah, or you could be actually moving from one location to the next. You traveling, you actually like where this, you know, your place, your destination is, and you're interested in maybe staying there for a little while, or even moving there. But the fact is that you're getting out and you're exploring, Aries. You're taking the world by storm, is what I'm hearing. All right, or visiting. You know, your mother may be at a distance. You may be living in the city, she's not, or she's living in the city, you're not. Or this has to do with family as well. So you might be by yourself, Aries, like you may be living where everybody's moved, you know, family. So now you're like, you know what, let me go take a trip and go see, you know, the family, or let me go back, you know, and even if you're like in the same state, but you're like hours away from them, it's just taking the time to go visit family. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on in the love department. This could bring a relationship. You're kind of mirroring Sagittarius at the moment. Like I feel like you both have the same energy, where you could be meeting somebody through travel. What else? What's going on in the love department? Yeah, see, true love. Big cats in the building. Oh, you just missed your sign. You're reading. All right, and it says release your ex. Okay, and playfulness, Aries. So you guys could be meeting somebody through this travel, or you're meeting up with them, your true love. Be careful if you're not planning on having babies, because it could happen. All right, whether you're an Aries man or female. What else? So this is the romantic. This is like a romantic story. It's like one of those lifetime Christmas stories is what I'm getting. Is that type of energy right now. What I'm getting for you, Aries. Like, who would have thunked it? Okay. What else? And you know, a relationship has to end, right? Because we're going through these retrogrades, so it's about boundaries. It's about you know, not putting up with certain people anymore, not putting up with certain places, things, right? So here we got key on a ring, many options, one night stand. That's why I said be careful, Aries. Bottom of the deck is abundance, positive mindset, gratitude, blessing. So this could be the one, but be careful, because you don't want to. This is going to sound harsh, but be careful when you're having sex with this person, because if you're not trying to have a baby, then you want to protect yourself, right? But if you go in there all willy-nilly, you don't want a relationship based off of because you got this person pregnant. I know that sounds hard. That was my story. But I was in a relationship. But you know what I mean? You get what I mean, guys, right? Like it's like you want to enjoy this person first. And having a child in that just kind of like now you got to shift that energy to now I gotta take care of the baby. And I didn't really get to, fully explore and fully have my way with the person, right? Like really going out there and having fun and having a relationship as it should be without having a child. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like I said. Okay. All right. So that's your message, Aries. Just, keep yourself protected. But otherwise, this is a good thing for you all around, seeing family, meeting new people, and if you are going to do a one night stand, and you think this is true love, be careful because we are in those retrogrades where delusion and illusion are happening. So you might be thinking that this is the one. But, I feel like there's a small slither in here for somebody specifically that just needs to be careful with who they are investing in, because all that glitters is not gold. They could be a gold digger. They could want, to move in right away, or they, there's a lot of stuff. There's some red flags going on here. Just one or two people. Like there's not a big for every Aries, but I'm just getting use your spidey senses for certain things. Okay, don't get caught up because their sexual parts are really good. Okay, all right, Aries, that's you. Let's get a wisdom oracle for all the fire signs, and then next up is Virgo. So I'm going in order of the way the calendar is, the Gregorian calendar. So we have Leo. The next sign up is going to be Virgo, and then I'm working my way back. Okay. So that's how. There's a method to my madness. You guys know this by now, or you should. And those that don't know, that's how I operate. Sometimes I operate against the grain. Okay, let me get the banner up. Good to see everybody. Wisdom oracle. Okay. And again, thank you all for the birthday wishes that you guys posted in on YouTube and on Instagram. I appreciate it. I love it. Thank you. Okay. So let's get a wisdom oracle for everybody. For all of the fire signs. Let's get these spicy people up out of here. That's too much. I actually like the fire energy right now. You guys are like healing and taking care of self, traveling, meeting love. Okay, so fire signs, you got letting go of urgencies. Number 19, surrender, freedom, time from constraints. Yeah, this is going to have that energy here. This retrograde is going to be trying to lock you in, but you got to figure some things out, work around it. Middle of the deck is connections. All right, so Aries, Sagittarius, there's your confirmation again with connections, and divine presence, bottom of the deck. So listening to your intuition. For some of us, we're going to be having these downloads. We're going to be having these spiritual dreams. Letting you know signs and symbols, moving out. For some, you may have to leave where you were at and move forward. Maybe there's a job opportunity for you overseas and not here, or in a different city, right? So that's not happening for you. Look out for November. Something could be big for you guys in November. Look out for the number 17 as well. Could be November 17th. All right, don't hold me to that. Where's Wally? Don't hold me to those dates, Wally. And so 19 is breaking down to 10, which breaks down to 1, which is all about you, right? So we have to let go of certain things that have been holding us back, right? The norms that we've been holding on to for so long, or you know, how our parents, what our upbringing is, what our spiritual upbringing is. It's time to shift from that. Okay. All right. So that is for the fire signs. Let's move on to earth energy, Virgo. First here of the earth signs, Virgo is a mutable sign. So that energy, you know, comes and goes. It flows. They're artsy people as well, kind of like that. They're the sister sign or opposite sign to Pisces, so they have that same type of energy there. Their birthday will be coming up at the end of August. All right, what else? Let's see what's going on. Okay. So, and it's ruled by Venus, Virgo. So that's that love. Also about money. All right, because it's an earth sign, so we got money there. Venus is about love, but it's also about money, how to get money of others. So it's not just, you know, about love like we think. Why is this? Okay. Guys, just one card. You Virgo, you'll have your birthday cards coming up. Relax. All right, so we got letter here for Virgo. 27, number 7 in the tarot. Middle of the deck is tree. That's number 7 as well, right? Yeah. And bottom of the deck is anchor. So Virgo. Okay. We're also in Mercury. We're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. So you could be waiting for something to come through as far as mail, like letter. But I'm getting like important documents. This is like a court letter. If this makes sense for a Virgo. This is not for all Virgos, but I'm getting that this could be like a court paper for you. This could be about paternity. Okay, somebody looking for paternity, DNA testing. You could have done a ancestry online or whatever that, you know, the website is. Okay, but the 7 of Swords in the traditional tarot deck has to do with deception. So somebody could be trying to trap you down, Virgo, as far as like paternity, if you're a man. What's going on here? Now it's just shifting. That's kind of like Sagittarius. You could have Sagittarius moon, or Sagittarius is your Venus, Virgo. Okay, but I'm getting that somebody may try to like try to trap you up with you know, that's such a sad thing to say, like when a woman does that to a man, like they trap you up with a baby, but somebody's trying to do that. All right. So you could be getting like a subpoena, or a, what do they call that? I think it's a subpoena when they deliver it to your door, whatever the case may be. All right, so that could be, this is just for maybe 1 or 2 Virgos. This isn't everybody. Remember, it's a general reading, so if this doesn't apply to you, do not make it fit. Do not sit here worried like, oh my God, I'm getting a look. No. But and or you could be getting a you could be waiting for a, like, the ancestry, you know, .com or whatever, to see who your father is, or to see, you know, what family, who you belong to, what tribe you with. All right. Okay. 27, that's 9. Yeah, so that's that ending there. Yeah, this that has to do with some legal stuff, Virgo, because now I'm getting a cease and desist. You could be waiting for to summon or subpoena somebody with a cease and desist. Virgo, what is going on, Virgo? Dare we look into your love department? Okay. Mm. Okay. Let's see. What's going on for Virgo in love? Or not? Really? Yeah, we got chemistry in reverse. Middle of the deck is deception in reverse. And bottom of the deck is romantic feelings. So this could be a person you had an affair with, or you had a relationship with, and you may be the one to want to take a paternity test, or or if it's a female Virgo, she wants to take a paternity test to see. She doesn't know who the father is. So very messy. Okay. Yeah, possibly she doesn't know, or the male doesn't know. Like, that's not my baby. I want to take a test. So you go into court to petition for a paternity test. Like, that's not my kid. Okay. Okay. What else? But Virgo, this was like one of those. That's who's the one night stand I'm telling you about. Be careful. I don't know if it was Aries or Sagittarius, one of the fire signs, but I feel like that's your story too. Like your karmic. Hey, you got caught up in the good, and now it's coming back 9 months later, and you're like, wait a minute now. Yeah, cup of coffee, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, building a friendship. Ooh. So, yeah, we got masked again, pretending, deluding, gaslighting, and bottom of the deck is healing heart. Yeah, you want to put some closure to what's going on. So you're like, I need to do this DNA test. I need to do this paternity test. I need to go to court. Like, you're being proactive because this is a make or break deal for you, Virgo. So it's like, either this person is lying and you want to get to the bottom of it, or this person is telling the truth and you're like, you know what? Send me the paternity test and I'll take it from there. Okay. But whatever's the outcome, you know how to. I don't see anything negative, like bad in that regard. I just feel like somebody needs to have some clarity, and the only way they can do that is by going through the legal system. I feel like somebody has tried to be nice and tried to be understanding, but the other person is like lying and gaslighting, and now you're like, yo, you know what? I'm going to subpoena you, and we're going to take this test. All right. So that's Virgo's message. That was a little juicy. Okay. That's your message. Let's move on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn is the cardinal of the earth signs. So again, that's that leader. They are the bosses as well. They're good with money. They're good at being in the managerial position. That's the patriarch, right? Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. So then let's see what's up for Capricorn in Leo season. All right, so we got snake, number 7. Middle of the deck is coffin. And the bottom of the deck is a ring. What now? So earth signs are getting dark right now. Like, what is going on here? Queen, another queen energy. All right, so Capricorn could be dealing with a female, another earth sign as yourself. Okay, so it could be a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo. You know, snakes get a bad rep because they have them like being sneaky. But if you read about snakes, they're actually very spiritual creatures as well. And number 7, the number 7 is a highly spiritual number. So you could be dealing with somebody that is very spiritual, or they're like you, Capricorn. They don't take any shit. But I feel like this is like the dark hermit to you. This could definitely be a Capricorn, another Capricorn as yourself, or a Taurus. Virgos are very intuitive as well in the earth element. So this could be, like I said, it's any of the other earth signs. But you've met your match, or you're facing yourself. Again, we are in these retrogrades where we're going to be doing a lot of that, where we're going to be facing the man in the mirror. We're not going to like what we see, but we're going to have to deal with it. And this is what I'm getting. You're going to have to deal with yourself. This could be what they call a twin flame, right? If you subscribe to that. And what that is essentially is two souls that incarnated together at the same time, like a twin. So if you subscribe to that, guys. I'm on the fence with that. I'm like, I don't know. I never heard of that before. I know soulmate. But this is somebody that's definitely like you've met your match. While you're the light side of self, we're getting dark side of self. All right, hold on a second. Okay, internet was acting a little janky. See? Okay, hold on. So that's all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You may need this person to show you yourself, right? Or this is just you, like really facing your reality. Just things that you're becoming more aware of self. Saturn is Capricorn's ruler, so this is that father, again, facing mother and father issues. All right, facing those realities. There's nothing wrong with this, guys. Everything's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. There are darker sides to us that we have to face. That doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means that energy needs to be cleaned. It needs to be filtered out so it can become light. All right. Let's see what's going on in the love department. Yeah, and I feel like this is like a match made, what they call a match made in heaven. Like this is your counterpart. This is your yin to the yang. And then, yeah, bottom of the deck is ring. So this is definitely a king and queen energy, boss energy. All right, somebody is toe-to-toe with you. Somebody is toe-to-toe with you. This is the divine encounter. All right. Religious factors. This is your card. Middle of the deck is let friends help you. And bottom of the deck is worth waiting for. So if you're not in a relationship, something's coming to you. All right. And it differs. These people, you know, again, I don't know if it was Saturn retrograde. Hold on a second. Yes, it is Saturn retrograde that's happening, that we're in right now. So, you know, you could be a Capricorn, a very religious person, or, you know, I'm not getting married, no sex before wedlock, or having a baby out of wedlock, or no sex before marriage, like all these things that you grew up with, while this other person didn't grow up that way. Maybe they were, you know, on the fast side of things, and they are, you know, or you're sexually charged and they're not. However it fits, you are the opposite to this person and they are the opposite to you. But You guys are a divine couple. All right, this is ordained in the heavens. You guys are meant to be. And don't worry about it. I haven't met them yet. They're coming along. They're coming along very soon. Very soon. I feel like they're in your midst. They might have. We're still in July, so yeah, we got like one more day left of July. Because we got the 7 here. So you know, if you haven't, it's coming soon. Don't rush it. You also need to be prepared, right? We have to clean up ourselves. We got to clean our energy. You're out here looking for stuff, and you're not right. You gotta be right first. You can't invite something in and someone in if you're not doing the things to prepare yourself for this divine connection or this divine person that you're being, you know, led to. But when it's good, it's good. All right, what else? Let's see what else is here. Yeah, this is a new beginning. So for some, I'm speaking specifically for single Capricorns. This is your person. Came out. Okay, yep, death. A relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Middle of the deck, stored and rose, excuse me, and bottom of the deck, poker face. Taking a chance. Not showing your hand, gambling. So again, like I said, how are you going to be with somebody if you're not right within? You got to let go of a lot of karmic issues, a lot of issues that you've had with how you were raised, you were brought up in, you know, if you weren't brought up in a religious background, and this person is, it's how do I, you know, invest with this person, because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to praying, but this person prays. So it's just incorporating it. And it's like, if you really truly care and want this person and love this person, you're going to be down with the program. So it's letting go a lot of stuff that you're used to so that you can let something grow organically. All right. All right, Capricorn, that is your message for Leo season. Let's move on to the last of the earth signs, Taurus, which is a fixed sign, one of my favorite signs. Pain in the butt sign. They're stubborn like a Capricorn. Because they're fixed, that's like a Leo. They want to move to their own way, and you know, they kind of forget that it's other people involved, but they're like in their own head. So it is what it is with a Taurus. But they also, you know, wear their heart on their sleeve. They're, you know, good friends, great friends, good people to be around, to have. They mean well. They also, like Capricorn, know how to get money. They're the luckiest of the whole zodiac in regards to getting money. These people, it's like, how did you? They always got a job, or they always have money, and it just comes to them. Like they are. It's even written in the numerology book. Like these Taurus is the luckiest of signs in regards to finances. So if you see a Taurus, just rub his shoulders for luck. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on in Leo season for you, Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. My moon sign is in Taurus. I don't know how much lucky that is, but whatever. All right, so let's see what's going on for Taurus. What's that? No, Miss Sharon, Taurus. Yeah, love her. Okay. All right. So you guys have book number 26, book. Middle of the deck is the moon, 32, and bottom of the deck is clover, number 2. All right. So 26 breaks down to 8. And that's that, you know, abundance, excuse me, excuse me, abundance, manifestation. So you're good with that. I also like, I saw a book, but I saw an ebook. So Taurus, you may be interested in either learning. Yeah, we got the 10 of, what is that, diamonds? So that's swords. So yeah, so endings of things that have been hurtful for you. You could be wanting to write this in a book. Maybe, you know, this is a way of you healing is by writing. So, you know, buying a book, or excuse me, buying like a journal and writing down things that, you know, you're that's in your mind. But I'm getting ebook for some reason. And clover here, bottom of the deck, that's that 4-leaf clover. So, you know, Taurus, you could be writing a book about like how to invest. You could be or looking up books on investment, stocks, e-trade. Keep getting E for some reason. So something electronic for you, Taurus. And I think you, oh, well, yeah, you guys are Venus ruled, so that has to do with technology as well. So Taurus, you want to find things that are technologically adept for you, because this is where you're going to be generating more money or just finding out ways about how to get money. Be careful. I don't know. I just got going to the dark web. Be careful when you get in there, Taurus, because I heard that's a weird spot. So, you know, you could be going down some avenues that you're not familiar with just because you just want to. But just be careful. All right, just be careful on that. But other than that, I feel like you guys are going to be, you know, there's it's not so much fortune, but I feel like you are finding other ways of getting money, other, you know, going down other avenues of how to get money or how to save money. For some, you could be actually, the way to get money is by you writing a book or an ebook of your life story, or, you know, you could be a trader and just not a trader like, you know, a snitch, but, you know, stock trades and stuff of that nature. All right, let's see what's going on in your love department. And this is, and why I say dark web, this could also be at night. This is probably when you get more inspiration, is when you're at, you know, when it's nighttime. It's dark, and your mind wanders a little bit more. I feel like this is you just exploring. So E also is exploring as well. So yeah. Okay, what's going on in the love department? So unrequited love, finances and career, middle of the deck. Yeah, you're not really thinking too much about love. You just like, listen, how do I get this money? Like Taurus, I don't want to say that they're driven by money, but they are. Like, money is almost everything for them. Because Taurus is about security. So if you don't have money, you don't feel secure. And I know that's for a lot of people, but that's the Taurus's nature. Security is next to best for them. And so money makes you feel secure. If I don't have that, then I don't have nothing. I don't care about if I don't have love. I don't care if I have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I just need that money. If I know I have this money sitting and I'm secure, everything else will come to me. So unrequited love is like, man, you're not really feeling anyone at the moment. Or if you are in a relationship, they're just not bringing the same type of drive that you have. We got love yourself first in reverse. So yeah, you're like, you know, if you're not matching my fly, I'm not interested. I'm not interested with you. Okay, so there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. The Taurus said, I'm about my paper. All right. Okay, so what else? Cancers are like that too. Cancers and Tauruses are about security. And they want it. And when they have a family, that's like they can't sleep if they feel like they're not secure financially, or they don't have the stability for their family. Tauruses and Cancers are a nervous wreck when it comes to that, because they really can take or leave a relationship. Like, they don't really care if they have like I said, they don't care if they have their boyfriend or their girlfriend, whatever. I got me a fresh pair of kicks, I'm good. It's like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's materialistic, but not like show off-ish. Like, it's not, for them, it's not like, oh, I gotta have this big car and stuff. Like, it's the everyday thing that you need, but it can seem materialistic, right? So what else? Picture, yeah. Nostalgic, missing you. So yeah, somebody, you just like, listen, look, and then this came out right at the bottom of the deck. Wedding rings and what's this? Blowing kisses. You know what? You can keep all that. Like, if we don't have money to make this relationship stand, I don't care how many kissing faces you blow at me. I don't care how many I love yous you send to me. I don't care. If we're not emotionally, financially secure, love, what? They don't care about love. They don't care about having sex. They just want to know that they can be fine. If they got a roof over their head, right? Money in the bank, food in their pantry, they don't care about nothing else. Everything else is like, okay. All right. So that's Taurus. The way to either getting more money or doing or just investing, going down different avenues for you is possibly making your own ebooks and things of that nature, and just looking online. All right, Taurus, that is your message. So that is it for the earth signs. Let's get them a oracle and send them on their way. The next up is air signs. Libra, where's my Maybach? Libra's up next. Now we get into the juicy, the word on the street is people, the air signs and the water signs. The earth signs are, fire and earth. Virgos can be a little sleazy, if you will. Sagittarius can get around, but when we talk about getting around, we're talking about Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces. That's what we're talking about. All right, so earth signs, you got goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, receptivity. 25 breaking down to 7. So spirit numbers again here. Bottom of the deck is your eternal spirit, higher self, sacred intuition. Again, 7. All right, we got 7, very highly spiritual numbers. Just pay attention to your dreams, earth signs. All right, because that's where you're getting some messages, some downloads. I think Virgo was the one, that was going to be tapped in. That's moon energy, Cancer energy. All right, so for some, you may want to get a dream journal book. Right, Taurus too, you guys, that's where you could be getting your downloads as well, from your dreams. So you want to write these things down, and this is where your visions will come to fruition once you get a playbook, right? And you write your game plan down. All other things will come through for you. All right, so that is for earth signs. Let's move on to air signs. First up is Libra. And they are the cardinal of the air signs. So leaders, stubborn, that kind of energy, but they take charge in whatever it is that they need to do. They are the scales. All right, so that's that balance, yin and yang. That also has to do with justice system in the traditional tarot cards. All right. And yeah, they are little freaky deakies, you know. This is word on the street. I ain't gonna get into all that with a Libra right now. We're not. Thank goodness Libra and Cancers don't make that match. Like, no, it's Pisces. It's always Pisces. Pisces for the win. All right, so let's see what's going on. You also are ruled by Venus, so you know that airiness as well, intuitiveness. I won't say overthinkers, but they do analyze a lot. All right, so we got birds here is your card. Libra, middle of the deck is tree. Bottom of the deck is clouds. Okay, so that breaks down to 3, 7, 7 of diamonds is this. That diamond is sword. Okay, yeah, and we got 7, 7 both here. So there's some spirit. So Libra, for you, because we're in these retrogrades, and I think it's Pluto. It's Pluto. That is that illusion. There's going to be a lot of intuition with you as well. A lot of synchronicities. You may be getting deja vu. A lot of things happening in doubles for you. All right, so you could be seeing 7, 7 all the time, or you can be seeing 6, 6. Just a lot of doubles coming on for you. Also, if you're not looking to have children, be on the lookout, because if you don't, I would, say use protection. Otherwise, if you are, you will end up with twins. Okay, and they this could be starting. This conception could happen now. It could have happened on the 7th, or they will be born. Well, no, if they come, if July, August, September, December, January, February. So if not now, February might be conception. But yeah, I'm just getting, and also birds of a feather. So be mindful of who you have around you as well. But they could be like a copycat. All right. So, and I'm not sure if this is like admiration or this is just like somebody that always, I don't know. I'm just getting copycat. However that makes sense for you. Look, I did a whole thing without putting up the banner. I'm sorry, fire signs. Earth signs. I just went through a whole. All right, sorry. They're gonna be like, well, what happened with this? All right, we got air. Okay, we're up to Libra. My bad. Hold on a second, guys. So let me talk about Pisces. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this person is like in admiration with you, but I don't know. I'm just getting like copycat or bird, like somebody birds of a feather. Yeah, then we got clouds and mice under here. So this could be somebody that you could have been friends with, long, like high school friends, and you guys were, and I say guys for girls as well. Like got into, like stuff. The shiesty mask is what they call them now. Ski mask. I don't know, y'all. They may try to reach out to you like, oh, remember, this. I don't feel this is a negative or a bad thing. I just feel like somebody, because we're in a karmic cycle, right? We're in the retrogrades, so I feel like these people will come back to the surface, and it's like, you know, you got rid of them, or you stop talking to them, or just, you know, life happens, and they just kind of resurface, and they're like, oh, you know, remember? You don't want to go down that. We're not repeating history. We're not. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Sorry. We get a little snacky snack. All right. So yeah. So that's what's going on with the Libra. Is I don't think this person is. There's no bad intentions. It's just that they want to catch up. Just talk about stuff, and it's like, okay, that was fun. We're not doing that again. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the love department for Libras. Yeah, dynamic duo is what I'm getting. You know, that was then. This is now. We got to put up those boundaries. I forgot which I think it's Saturn and Chiron putting up those boundaries, right? Because we're not doing certain things that we did before. You know, this could be like an ex where you guys were like the dynamic duo, kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde. Not that y'all did anything bad, like, you know, doing stick ups and stuff like that. But, you know, Bonnie and Clyde did do that. But it's just, you know, you're an ex for a reason. Like, what are we rekindling? It's great that we can catch up and talk about the old times and laugh about the things that we did. But I'm good. Anyway, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This, I mean, you know, all this could also be you deserve love, and bottom of the deck, make an effort. This could be the one that got away. So, you know, they may try to want to like rekindle this stuff. Or this could be you, Libra, like, you know, dang, you know, like y'all was, you know, little boo things back in the days, like teenagers. And, you know, it was like it didn't work out then. And somebody may be trying to reach out to them. Like, you know, remember we were thick as thieves. That's the expression, thick as thieves. Right. And we always, you know, hung out together and we always was together. Well, listen, Libra, time has moved on. Now, if you really feel this and you really feel like you need to do it and reach out to them, who am I to block your blessing? This could be your blessing. But just remember why people are an ex for a reason. Whatever the reason is. Whatever the reason is. And sometimes the past needs to just be there in the past. Especially if we're going through these rinse cycles in these retrogrades, and we're trying to clear up our karmic stuff and get out on the good foot. I don't know about that. Past relationship stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, we got teddy bear again here. Interested in you, blooming, romance, flirting, wanting to date. So Libra, I mean, then we got snake. The other woman looking over your shoulder. That's probably why why you guys are in the past. Like, you know, maybe your relationship wasn't it wasn't a relationship. It was just a lot of karmic things that kept you together. The sex, the drive and the adrenaline of, you know, doing stick ups, fast cars, you know, getting into trouble, like that trauma bonding, right? And so Libra, do you really want to get back into that? I don't know, but I don't want to trauma bond. Okay. I'm trying to be moving up to the east side with the deluxe apartment in the sky. Okay. So that's your message, Libra. That's what I got. Just, you know, try not to self-indulge. Try not to, you know, want to hear them out. Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but know where to put the boundaries. Okay. All right. That is it. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Let's move on to Aquarius, the next of the air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Aquarius is another one of my top 5. I don't know, it's like 4 or 5 signs that I really like. Aquarius is one of them. I like the energy. Plus, that's my rising sign, so I resonate with Aquarius. And Aquarius is a fixed sign. All right, so again, that's like a Taurus. That's like a Leo. Ooh, Red Illusions in the building. Salute, salute. Aquarius, like, right on time. Like he knew it. He knew it. Aquarius in the building. Yeah, and Red Illusion comes up like he is his mind, his way of thinking is so rational, but like it's so out there. And I get it. I like thinkers. What are they? What is it called? Sapiosexual. Like Aquarius, Gemini, Libras, they have great imaginations. Yeah, because they're air signs. They know how to think outside the box and be creative. All right, so what's going on for Aquarius in Leo season? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so you guys got ring as well. 25 breaking down to 7. That's that spirit number there. We also have Rider, middle of the deck. And bottom of the deck is the cross in reverse. Okay, so letting go of, you know, we talked about this, the spiritual norms or the religious norms, the patriarch norms, religion that we've been used to, right? And we got Ace of what is that? What the hell is that? Clovers. All right, so that's earth energy. So this is new beginnings. Aquarius, you could be getting involved, getting involved in a relationship, and a new relationship. There could be an engagement coming on, or there could be a renewal of a vow. You might have had a church wedding before, and this time it's like, you know, let's just, you know, be the free thinkers and go out and do it our own way. And if that's not the case, though, Aquarius, is what I'm getting is that there's a new beginning with you for something that's going on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship with somebody else. This could be just a relationship with yourself in regards to commitment, because we are in these retrogrades right now. And it has to do with facing the man in the mirror, which is self. And so Aquarius can kind of do this escapism where they're outside their head a lot. They're outside in the ultra reality, and it's time to now face self, which can be hard, but it's making this commitment to do so. It's the Tower moment. It's the the 9 cycle coming into the 10, where this is this new beginning. And so you may be having some Tower moments, meaning things kind of just falling apart around you, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, this is happening, now this happens, now this happens. And these things are to happen so that you can break free from those constraints, from those type of things that have been holding you back forever, maybe since childhood. Breaking out of the religion of your parents, and just realizing like, I don't need religion. Like I said earlier, I don't need to do all that stuff. I don't really have to do all these type of rituals or whatever. I got straight connect source that I speak with, and that's that. And so Aquarius, this is what is happening with you as well. It's just things are just falling to the wayside on purpose, but for your purpose, for your betterment. Also, oh man, I just lost it. It'll come back to me. But yeah, and then we got dog underneath here too. So yeah, it's the dogmas of of the world, of society, of things that are, you're like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. Like you're beating to your own drum, but you're making a commitment, whether it's to somebody or to yourself. It's up to you. But yeah, it's a new beginning. All right, let's see what's going on in the love department. I forgot what I was. It had to do with the retrograde. Oh, right, because there is a retrograde in Aquarius, Pluto. And that is about the ending and new beginnings. It's the introspection and healing, the opportunity to reassess your past moments. All right. And it's associated with downfalls, power struggles, how people experience power, sex, death, and rebirth. All right, Aquarius. And it's the Pluto retrograde is from May 2nd through October 11th. So just another couple of more months to deal with this endings and beginnings, illusions, delusions. Okay. So we got romantic feelings in reverse. Reconnection, middle of the deck in reverse. Bottom of the deck is worth waiting for. So yeah, this, there's some Aquariuses that are in a relationship that are just realizing, something's got to give. We've been doing the same thing over and over. Not to say that you're trying to do third parties type stuff, but it's how do we spark up, or they're, coming up to the 25th anniversary, and it's like, okay, what do we do to, we did the church wedding. Let's go on the beach and rekindle our relationship, or rekindle our vows, or whatever, reconnect our vows, right? And then there's the ones that are not in a relationship, that this is something that's going to be coming through for you during this Pluto retrograde, where things are ending, there's cycles, people are being removed from you on purpose, so that there can be this ushering in of this person that you've been waiting for, this divine intervention, this person that has been brought to you from source. All right, if you subscribe to that. If not, this is you just clearing out your karma and getting yourself right and being committed to yourself. Okay. All right, what else? What else? So that's too much, guys. So let's see, passion. Yeah, that's too much. And those are the same cards. Hold on a second. Because this energy needs to be cleared out for you, Aquarius. Okay. What do we have here? Blowing kisses again wants to show up. All right, so we got unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness, love, affection returned. Yeah, so for the ones that are in that relationship, it's how do we, you know, spark it up and make it juicy and just, you know, it's 25 years later, like, let's do something different, right? And then we got not today, boundaries, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. Bottom of the deck. For the ones that are not in a relationship, it's the, you know, I need to take care of myself. I gotta do, there's a lot of stuff that's happening right now around me that I gotta figure some things out, and that's okay. And that's all right to set those boundaries and let people know, not today. I can't, I don't know when. There's no time constraint on when you should be healed or completely fixed, right? It's that you're doing it, right? Here we go again, not enough underneath that. So Aquarius, you could go through your own little, what they call dark night of the soul, where it's just a lot of things are happening for you. It seems like it's down and out, but these are the things that need to happen so it can clear this path for you. All right, Aquarius, so you can move forward and what they say, go with God. All right, Aquarius, that is your message. Let's move on to Gemini, the last of the air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These are the mutables of the air. So, you know, they move, they go with the flow of things. They're the twins of the zodiac. They kind of get a bad rep of being two-faced. I don't necessarily see two-faced. I just see it as they have two different energies going on at the same time. They are the epitome of yin and yang. So to some people, it'll look like they're being two-faced, but hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's see what's going on for Leo. Leo. In Leo season, let's see what's going on with Gemini. What does Gemini need to know in Leo season? Please and thank you. They're thinkers as well, overthinkers, analytical thinkers. They think. Intelligent. I would say gift of gab. They have the gift of gab. Because, yeah, if you think about like Donald Trump, Kanye West, Tupac, who else is a Gemini? A lot of Geminis. They know how to word things that you're like, I'm listening. Kendrick Lamar, right? No surprise he got a Pulitzer. Like what he says has you thinking, right? Okay. I think that's enough with Gemini. Okay. So what do they need to know? All right. So we have here, man, Ace of Hearts. All right. So that's water energy. Bottom of the deck is fish, 34, more water energy. So Gemini, you know, you can have Pisces in your chart somewhere. Or you are a male Gemini, or this is a female Gemini, that there's a man here. Could be a Pisces. Okay, you both are mutable, so you know that's an interesting mix. But anyway, so Gemini, There's an offer for you or to you, and it's an opportunity as well. You know, because you do this thinking, there's a lot of like this deep diving. So this could be metaphorically, you know, deep diving, but like scuba diving. See that's that man, because it's a man. Here's the woman, right, and this is the man. So you know the twin. Um, who else was like that? Capricorn, I think. Where this is somebody that is like your equal as well, Gemini. There's the shadow and light side to this could be you yourself that's portraying as two people. But Gemini, that's what it looks like, right? It looks like it's two-faced, but it could be two people. Like they could say one thing completely different from what they said like seconds ago, and you're like, that's not the same person that just said that. Like people couldn't understand like how Tupac could come out and say, you know, wonder why I call you a bitch, but then he's like, dear mama, and keep your head up. That's the type of energy I'm getting right now. What is this offer? Yes, I'm clarifying for those who are like, well, but she doesn't really clarify. Calm down. It's Gemini spectral. House and tree. Yeah, king and queen. So you know, this is a Gemini man and woman, or not Gemini man and woman, but this could be a Gemini man or a Gemini woman. But you either met your match or you're going to meet your match. It's like a king and queen type energy. This isn't somebody that's beneath you. And when I mean beneath you, I don't mean to like say they're like peasant type stuff, but a king is a king and a knight is a knight, right? And a page is a page when we're talking about traditional tarot. There's a king and a queen here with this house. So king of the castle, queen of the castle. And I feel Gemini, like either you're going to propose to somebody, you're thinking very hard about this, or you want to be, you know, not propose so much, or you're proposing and not in the terms of engagement, but you're proposing like, let's go with this relationship. Let's see where this goes. You know, like, you know, you've been thinking about it because you've been doing this deep diving. So there's this opportunity or offer. So take it how it goes. But this is definitely like king and queen type energy. And this could be Gemini. It could be a Pisces person that you know that you're interested in, or vice versa. Or Pisces is interested in you, and they want to give you this offer or opportunity to be, you know, to build this castle with you. All right. Okay. So let's see what else is in the love department then. Definitely a new beginning for you, Gemini. An opportunity also, you could be, you know, if it's not about a relationship, this is you at work, excuse me, or moving up in a boss status, managerial. House of Cards. So I think he was the president. So you could be moving up in the company to the president status. All right. Definitely a big business. Or you started your business from the ground up. So now it's expanding. Yeah, CEO. Okay. But somebody also, so, and that's for work, and in relationship, there's somebody that's, you know, there's, you've worked hard for this relationship as well. Like you both worked hard, that you both earned the king and queen status. We have let go of control issues here in reverse. Thank you. Thank you, my Lotus. Because I'm all over the place. I'm glad I caught it before we almost finished here. Air signs, and they're like, what? Then bottom of the deck is trust in reverse. So yeah, Gemini, you've been thinking a lot. You've thought a lot about this. You've done a lot of deep diving, and you're like, you know what? This is going to be, he or she is going to be the one for me. I see this. I know now. I've been thinking about it. You know, you're letting go of not so much control issues as far like you're letting the inhibition take over, like just letting it go with the flow instead of like being reserved and overthinking it and underthinking it. Like it's just, you're just letting it go. What else? Okay, show. Your card is not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and frustration, right? Because that's what it is. You're like, I don't know. And you're like, you've always been like this. You've always, like, as long as you can control the setting and the situation, you're good. But this person, we got healing heart here, middle of the deck, and bottom of the deck is seduction. This person is got you by the little piggies, and you're like, we got attraction, teasing, temptation, hooking up, third party. Like I feel like you guys, because Gemini, because Pisces are creative too. They're creative, but they want you to take the lead. So Gemini, you know, this is a fiery little relationship going on here. I like it. All right. But if that's not about a relationship, this is you getting to your boss status, all right? Becoming that CEO, becoming the president, the corporation, however that looks for you, or just becoming a boss, a manager at work. Okay. All right, Gemini, that is your message. Let's get the air sign there. Wisdom Oracle. I know, thank you. I love you too. Because I'm not even thinking. And you're multitasking here, and it's like it's not the same like when you're just on YouTube and you just like say the signs. But for those that, because I'm not breaking this up, so you're just gonna have to look at the banner. I'm not tech savvy. Just enough to get my internet working. That's about it. And the clock settings. That's as technological as I get. All right, what time is it? 2. We got one more batch to do, and that's the water signs. So Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, and then we are done. Okay. So right now we are doing the wisdom oracles for all the air signs. So your card is Ascended Master, devoted spirits with specific intentions, number 40. That's a pretty card. I like that. Because we got all the whatever your religious background is and what, like, it's all encompassing. And then middle of the deck is mindfulness. Bottom of the deck is the healing heart, love, acceptance, and romance. That's Gemini. That is Gemini right there. Okay. So air signs. And I like this because it's ascendant and that's air energy. All right. And you have all of your ascendant masters with you, conspiring and working with you, as long as you're subscribed to that, as long as you're believing in that. But first and foremost, you have to believe within yourself, because you can have all these people, these spirits, guides, ancestors, you name it, out there working for you. But if you're not putting in the work, why are they? They're not. They're just going to be sitting there on the sidelines watching and waiting until you make the move. So it's all about you first and foremost. And I think that has to do with Aquarius specifically. tapping back into self, right? And you know, doing your meditations, because you can get up there and you can get into this realm, and that's through meditation and prayer. And you can speak and ask for help, but if you don't apply it, you don't apply the help that's given, nothing's going to happen for you. That is your message, air signs. Let's move on to water. My Lotus, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, our good brother, Rich. Listen, this is his 3rd year anniversary of him not being here. I miss him. I miss his energy. Like, he definitely had a light to him. And I miss that. Okay. Scorpio, you are the fixed of the water element. So like a Leo, like a Taurus, there's that stubbornness. However, your water sign, so you can go with the flow. Out of all the other fixed signs, you are a little more fluid. And then the word of the street is now we get into the other little spicy ones that like to be out there, especially the men, Scorpio men. Dabbling all in the gushy. All right, let's see what's going on with you guys for Leo season. Big Willie, Scorpio. I know he checks in from time to time. Let's give one more shuffle. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so we got ship number 10. It's 10 of spades, so that's air energy there. That's the swords. And then we have bottom of the deck is the rider, 9 of hearts here. So that's water energy. All right, Scorpio, where are you going? Where are you going? And can I go with you? So there's this movement here, right? Because we got the ship and then we got the rider at the bottom of the deck for you guys. You're moving into love. You're moving into love right here. Somebody got your heart or you got their heart, Scorpio. Spades is, yeah, that's that 10. So heartbreak, so getting over a heartbreak. Moving on to new love. Also moving from one place, like literally, again, there's a couple of you guys in this reading, zodiacs, that are literally going to be moving from one place to another. And I feel like it's extreme. Like you either are moving, if you're in the country, you're moving to the city. And if you're in the city, you're moving to the country. That type of very extreme movement, or one side of the country to the other, or even the world. Like leaving the country, like if you're living in the States, you may be moving like across to the, you know, other part of the world. I can't even think anymore. So Brazil, what is that? Argentina? Is Argentina? No, that's the whole other country. Anyway, something of that extreme. All right, Scorpio. So that's what I'm getting, is that there's this movement of leaving one place, literally leaving one place to another, and or just taking a vacation, a little cruise, just a quick little getaway. All right. And this could be a getaway with you and your little boo thing. Okay. Nice. Wait, don't shut off on me now. I was enjoying the music. Plus, there was no commercial.
ARIES. Year announcing athletes.
Okay. So, yeah, just like a little getaway. So let's see what's going on in the love department. Like a 3-day cruise, or it's something very quick. If you're going like a little getaway with you and your significant other, it's a very quick little trip. But I feel it's just enough to, like, you know, just pump the heart, get the love juices going. There's a lot of love in the air too, like just like rekindling or like jump starting a relationship now. Like, even though these are retrogrades and the energy is just still is just Leo season. Well, Leo is love, right? Ooh. All right, whoosh in my ear. This is Leo, this heart right here. Leo is love. Leo is the sun in the tarot. So like people, like some people like think Valentine's is, you know, February is the month of love, but no, August it's Leo season. It's really, that's that love, that's that unconditional love, that's the love of your life, love for family, friends. You know, it's getting together. Some of you guys will be going to see family and get-togethers and things of that nature, and just having a good time. So that's what's going to be happening for quite a few of you. All right, so let's see what else with the love doctor. Somebody could be coming to see you, Scorpio. All right, they could be traveling from overseas to come see you. So what do you have? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from the usual. So, you know, if this is a single Scorpio, you got somebody coming through, getting to know each other in reverse. And bottom of the deck is you deserve love. And so, yeah, you're like, listen, what about me? When is it my turn? And now it's your turn. Now is your turn. But if this is a couple, also, you guys are just like rekindling. And, you know, like certain things that we kind of take for granted when we're in relationships, we take for granted the other person. Like there's this comfortability, there's this familiarity, and you just kind of like stay stuck, and for better lack of words. And so, you know, just kind of getting away, taking a quick little ride, or you know, a quick little cruise getaway, or whatever the case may be, can, you know, refresh the relationship, right? Keeping that open mind. And very specific lists, like maybe 1 or 2 Scorpios, you guys got somebody coming from another country, or you're going to see your person that lives in another country. Like they're different from you. They could, you know, their style of dress may be different from you. The way that they talk, the way that they think, their you know, however their religious views are, their spirit views. I feel like you guys, that maybe what's most common is the spiritual kinship, and that's what's drawing you guys together. There may be a familiarity between the two of you, even though you're strangers and you're getting to know each other now. But somebody's taking like this little cruise or something to go see their boo thing. Let me know what's going on. I'm nosy. I like to watch romantic shows every once in a while. Keep me posted, Scorpio. I know Pisces, they love to watch themselves on little romantic shows. For the birds. Partying. All right, time with friends, having fun, happily single, and living in the moment. I love it, Scorpio. I love this for you. And then bottom of the deck, new phase, rekindle, renew, and growth, change minds. See? So you guys, you know, there's half of you Scorpios that are in a relationship. It's getting out there and being with your partner and just having a good time, you know, going on rides, going on cruises, you name it, what have you. Y'all may be doing a damn thing in the cruise ship, you know, being creative, right? And then for others that are single, it's, you know, you're going out there having the time of your life, mingling. Again, yeah, Buenos Aires, that's in Argentina. Okay, somebody's got a Spanish accent, somebody's from Argentina. You may be going out to South Paulo, definitely like Brazil, like South America. Okay, so some Scorpio, you could be South American. Okay, but there's the language barrier is not an issue because I feel like you guys connect through like spirit. Okay, ooh, that's nice. I like that for you, Scorpio. I like that. That's interesting. Yeah, man. Okay. All right. Now look at me falling all in love with Scorpio's reading. Like, ooh. All right, get out of here, Scorpio. You guys got all gushy. That's your reading. Okay. That's your reading. Let's go with Pisces, the next of the water signs. Next to the water sign. Scorpio gang. Yeah, man. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Or like you guys know how I feel about my Pisces people. Big up to my dad, who transitioned last year unexpectedly. My first and foremost Pisces. So what I know about Pisces men is because. All right, so let me just take a quick little nibble. We're almost done. We're down to Pisces and then Cancer. Cancer's just had a birthday. And I had a beautiful birthday. I had an amazing birthday. I got to be with the woman that gave birth to me. I mean, don't get no better than that, right? Okay. Who this? Hold on. Okay. Oh, no. So that's talk about my dad. Boom, the door opens up. I'm here. It was the wind. Okay, so Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on with you guys. For Leo season. Boom, coughing. All right, Dad. Then we got woman, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is mice. All right, Dad. Because his nickname in his house, like his mother calls him Mickey. Mickey Mouse. All right, Dad. So 9 of swords here. So that's this, you know, stress, being up at night, night terrors. Hold on a second, guys. Was what? Why? And ending, you know, this could be a literal death, Pisces, for some, having to make funeral arrangements. This could have been by a violent death. All right. This also could have been a death or could be a death because of work, like, you know, just being overstressed, overworked. So, you know, at night, stressed out, you're thinking, you're overthinking. Wow, Pisces, you just blew all my happiness aside. And that's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do to me, Pisces. And the horn confirms that. Pisces really don't like to see me happy. Like, they be hating on me. Haters. They love me so much that they hate on me. Good. Like, I was just having a good moment with Scorpio. And then here come Pisces. Boom. What else? This could be a literal death, guys. I mean, I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. This could definitely be a literal death. Or this is just like a warning for some of you Pisces that if you just, that job is going to be there. If you keep thinking, you know, oh, you know, my job, my work, and I didn't finish this, it's going to kill you. Your work will stress you out and will eventually kill you. You can die of a heart attack. My dad died of a heart attack, but he wasn't at work. But what I'm saying is that this could bring up a heart attack. So we want to decompress, right? Especially we're also in Pluto that is in Pisces, I believe. You know, Saturn is in Pluto. I mean, is in Pisces. Neptune is death. Pluto is death. Yeah. So we're in a Neptune retrograde, Pisces. All right. I will read to you if you weren't here earlier. All right. It's time to face reality and reassess boundaries and explore your visions and fantasies. All right. Face reality. And for some, I think, well, obviously work is a reality, but I think it's just too literal for you, Pisces. And this can cause some stresses in your life. All right. Some anxieties that are happening at night, sleep terrors, you can be insomniac. All right. Be pragmatic about your goals and how long it takes to achieve them. All right. Also, the mask here, this little, the shiesty mask, the ski mask. It says here, masks are removed and people's true colors will come to light, which will prompt you to establish healthy boundaries and prioritize your connections. You could be stressed out about a relationship as well, Pisces, or somebody stressed out about you because you stress people out, Pisces. They're cute and everything, but Pisces do be stressing people out. So relax, Pisces. We're in this Neptune, so this retrograde. It started from the 2nd of July and it will end the 7th of December. But you also have a shadow period. So you're gonna have to take some breaks there, reassess, Pisces. Don't overdo it, because this can be your ticket to death. All right, let's move on. Let's go to your love life. Really? Oh, and all day yesterday, I was getting synchronicities with my dad. And I said we were driving with my husband and my other two Pisces. I was just surrounded by Pisces energy. And we drive past the hospital that he expired in. And then it led us down his block where he lived. And I hadn't been over there in 2 years. And I just lost it in the car. Lost it. So I told him not to, but he still does it anyway. So you keep talking about me. You bring me up, so I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh. I'm not ready, Dad. But we got to face these things, right? Okay, let's see what's going on with love. And also, if you Pisces are, you have to prepare for somebody's funeral, you know, go around to different funeral homes, because I feel like these the funeral homes may try to jack up the price, or they're just being shysty or shady and things of that nature. So just you know, do your homework with that. Okay. All right, so what is that? All right, yeah, free yourself. Okay, it's time to take back control of your life, Pisces. Time to take control of your life. And then past life relationship. So you know, Pisces doesn't do so well with rejection. I don't think anybody does, mostly because they're water and they're emotional. You know, this relationship ends for a reason, Pisces. Let it go. Free yourself out of it. I feel like you're causing your own trauma and drama in this, you know, in your feelings in the relationship. You know, this is why you're up at night. You're probably crying in the middle of the night. You're just overthinking this thing. And you got to free yourself from these emotions. Like, it's past, right? Some things just need to be left there. And I understand you guys love hard. You also wear your little heart on your sleeves, you poor little fishies. But you know, you don't have to let it go, like Elsa. Okay. What else? And take back your life. Take control of your life, and not letting these people, places, of things put a fear or nightmares. You know, don't let this job stress you out. Don't let this relationship stress you out. Stop stressing yourself out, because there's enough stuff going on that, you know what I mean? Pisces. What else? Okay. So ascending, learning, expansion, transcending, preparing for a union, new phase. This is a new phase, Pisces. It may be a little scary for you. We got the snake here, and bottom of the deck is coffin. Really? Really? Confirmation. You don't take care of yourself, you're going to end up in this. All right. It says new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transformations, tragic endings. So this could be a karmic thing, all right, that's come around. I feel if somebody has, you know, somebody passes away, it was because of a traumatic situation that happened to them. Okay. But there's also a lot of expansion. There's new phases, even though even though the coffin is here. Like there's renewal and death, rebirth and endings 3 times for you, Pisces. Okay, so this is your message, man. Take it with, don't take it with a grain of salt. Take heed to this, because I feel like some of you, you know, you guys get over excited, get overworked. You're emotional. So this can be a trigger for you. And we're already in a triggering period. Forget about what's going on the elections and all that other jive. The planets are fucking things up, for better lack of words. So that energy is standing still while you're moving and you're in this emotions. You're fighting yourself and you're fighting out the other things around you. I know it's not easy. So find some grounding things, maybe taking like Epsom salt baths. Lotus, you know the stuff to put in the chat as well, like to help with like calming, you know, wearing your crystals, doing the meditations. You want to try to get away from watching like triggering things that'll get you riled up. So, you know, watching what you're paying attention to what you're watching on TV, right? Your diet. Now isn't the time to like really, or try not to eat things that go against, basically don't eat things too heavy at night, right? Try to eat lighter, try to eat before 7 o'clock. I know for some that they have to work. Some people are working overnight. And so you're just like grabbing whatever you can to just kind of keep the hunger down. But really, this is the time to really think consciously of what to eat before you just grab any old thing. All right. Because it's going to affect you physically, mentally, and emotionally. All right. That's it, Pisces. We're out of here. Last of the water signs is Cancer. And they are the cardinal. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How does this go? That way. Okay. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They're the cardinal signs, so that's the leader. Don't get it twisted. Cancers are not the emotional ones like the way Pisces is, although they are emotional creatures as well. They too get stressed out. And when they get stressed out, it's like the Hiroshima bomb went off. Okay? You just don't want to be in the destruction. You just don't want to be in the path of a Cancer that is pissed. They're like Taurus. They just, all right. But also they wear their heart on their sleeve. They are the mother of the zodiac, so they are the nurturers. They're also intuitives, psychics, empaths, all that yada yadas. And they're ruled by the moon. So that's why they're emotional. And that's why a Cancer can go from 0 to 100 because the moon phases change every 2.5 days. So with a Cancer and a Pisces, it's like you'll get everybody all at once. It's almost schizophrenic. Okay. So let's see what's in store for Cancers during Leo season, which they're close with, Leos, especially cuspers. Okay. Is this one card? Yes, it is. Moon. Cancer showed up. Moon card here, and bottom of the deck is Anchor. Okay, Cancers. So during this time, it's about getting grounded for you. Cancers are pretty much well grounded. Cancers are like an earth energy, even though they're water. Like I would say, because they're the leader, they're a little more grounded out of the water signs. So they put me in a mind frame of a Taurus or a Leo, where they're just a little more grounded. Because the Cancer can go in the water and out, on land as well. And then, as I said, they're ruled by the moon. So we got moon showing up twice here. 8 of Hearts is earth energy. No, it's water energy. And that is leaving. Yeah. So you also, Cancer, could be moving from one place to another. You're going where you feel secure, where you feel anchored. That's what I'm saying. Cancers and Tauruses are very much the same energy, because they need security. They need to feel the security. Cancers, their shell is their security, is their home. And if they don't have that, it's devastating. It's devastating for Cancer. So you maybe leaving behind, or leaving, going where you feel celebrated. All right. Because we got people dancing here. You want to go where you're celebrated. Moon is about emotions. So you want to be where you feel emotionally secured. You want to be with somebody who is emotionally secured. And you're emotionally secured with them. What else? Also that past thing too. So, you know, letting go of the past, you kind of hold on to grudges to Cancer. Let's be for real. You do hold on to that. You forgive, but you don't forget. Your memory is like an elephant. You remember the day in 1992 when you went to the Shabba Ranks concert. You remember that. You remember what you had on that day too. You remember that you were 6 months pregnant too. I'm telling you, cancers don't forget. And don't let it be the past. They'll remember the tea of the past. Maybe not yesterday, but they remember the past. Real good. Yeah. This could be about a relationship too, Cancer, right? Leaving behind maybe a childhood friend or childhood, teenage boyfriend, girlfriend. All right. What else? There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But remember, we're in some retrogrades here. Chiron and Saturn may bring up some ghosts from the past. Okay, what else? All right. Give your relationship a chance. Really, really work on your partnership. Cancers. Middle of the deck is passion. Bottom of the deck is soulmate in reverse. Don't say I didn't warn you, Cancer. This is the blast from the past. Who also Libra? Oh Lord. Cancer, it could be a Libra. Don't do it. I mean, do what you want to do. I'm just saying. They're an X for a reason, right? Even if it says give yourself look, because even though it says give it a chance, read the room. Look at her face. Not today, sir. Not today. Love calls and dun 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 dun. Is that reconciliation right underneath there? Oh my gosh. Right underneath soulmate is reconciliation. I don't know, Cancer. You could be a single Cancer. If you're a single Cancer and you were thinking about the one that got away, whatever, or that past relationship that you were emotionally connected to and with. But there's a reason why they're not in your life. Right? Right. Okay. What else? And 32 breaks down to 5. So that's about change, conflicts, confusion. This person could have been causing. Listen. So what the dragonfly? So your card is self-indulgence, self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. I mean, if they haven't done all that, like why bother with this person? All right, we got Dragon Heart, bottom of the deck, lighthearted and adapt, finding out, change things, coming light. What? Change things, coming to light and heal. They haven't done the shadow work, or you haven't done the shadow work. You shouldn't be entertaining anything from the past, because the past is why it was the past. There were some things that didn't work out. And even if it wasn't on a bad note, it just didn't work out. And so now you're going through this moment in your life where you're doing some inner work, and we're in these retrogrades where we have to face ourselves. And then to add on to somebody who hasn't really spiritually taken the time to clean themselves up, or mentally or emotionally haven't had the time to clean themselves up, why would you even bother? And Cancer, you're the cardinal signs. You're the leaders. You do not follow. So you do not need to entertain something that's not worth your while for some self-indulgence. I don't think so, but you know, it's your life. All right, Cancer, that is your message. Water signs, that is your message. Let's get you your wisdom oracle and get you out of here. Love calls your name. Every once in a while, people be itching. Oh, I wonder, what if? What are they? Mm. That's just human nature. But now, don't get me wrong. If the relationship really didn't end on a sour note, it just couldn't be for the moment, I guess you could try to see where it goes. Something may work out of that. You know, but you got to reassess this. Like, you're older now, so you got to really reassess things. You know what I mean? All right, water signs. Let's get you. What is this blue thing? Okay. What is the water sign oracle message? All right, so water signs, you got thought, vibration, resonate choices, signature signals, 23 breaking down to 5. And then we got phase entanglement, bottom of the deck. That's what I'm saying, especially for Cancer. Emotional influence. If this person, Cancer, that was of the past and they're trying to reach out, or they're reaching out to you, however, and you just see that it's not emotionally clicking with you, boundaries. Because why? You need somebody to be up here with you, not in this low vibrational, hating Pisces. Shots fired. Hating energy, or just low vibrational energy. Like, if you're not up there with it, why do I need to bring myself down and be down here? So making these wise choices, people, places, and things that resonate with you, water signs, that's where you're going to be going. Cancer, where you want to be celebrated. You going where you are loved, organically, naturally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. That's where you're moving to. Whether it's a real physical place or not, that's where we're going, Cancers, right? But water signs, we want to think things out thoroughly before we make any rash decisions, right? Pisces, not being caught up in their head so much, where that is going to be causing you aneurysms and heart attacks, right? You want to be, of sound mind and sound body. Okay. That's what I got for you guys. And that is the message for all signs for Leo season, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Still currently not taking any personal readings, but do check the community section for any updates when I post. Sometimes I just post things, just to keep it going. But I will let everybody know if and when I decide to go back to doing personal readings. And that's about it. And also look in the community section for any updates in regards to Mindful Monday. I want to do it, but my vibration and my thought. I gotta honor these things because there's a lot of stuff going on that sometimes you want to talk about it, and then it's like, you know what? I've been talking about this stuff. I've been here almost 4 years. The shit that's going on now is like, we'll talk about it though. I know, Wally, I'm sorry. All right, guys, with that being said, catch you on the flip side.